What's up, guys? Eat and Earn here, and today, kind of following off or piggybacking off of what I was doing last night, because I enjoyed it so much, is we're gonna start a town in Banished that is solely for streaming. We're gonna call it Streamville, USA. Now, I realize I'm playing on easy. I know this game is brutal. I'm sorry. I need the extra families. I need the extra food and firewood and everything. So, I don't care. Anyways, here we go. Streamville, USA starts now. It's weird because this is a fresh fresh game through gameplay, and I just played a fresh one yesterday. I feel like I have a little bit it's been a while since I played the game, almost a year. So I feel like I remember how to play again after last night, so that's helpful. Um Food. Food. All the emphasis is on food. Food is the most important aspect of this game. If you can't have the food, you can't have the population. You don't have the population, you can't build the tools, the clothes, gather the resources, build the buildings. You can't do anything. So food is the most important part. I'm going to start with a huge emphasis on food. So the way this game starts off, while I am on easy mode, but the way this game starts off is, oh, and I started with sheep. Yes, the best starting. Oh my god. Okay, and we're gonna take a look at this map here. So it starts off as this small little town, in the middle of absolutely nowhere. As you can see, there's no HUD, there's no nothing. That's fully customizable. That's my favorite part of this game. You can decide what you want your HUD to look like. So I usually turn on just about everything. First, we're going to start with this and up all my limit sizes because I don't want to have to worry about, why isn't he gathering anything? Oh, right, because I told him that it's okay. Put the map over here. We're actually bring that up. Bring the event log down here. Put this right there. And Streamville, USA is born. Okay, so like I was saying, you start at a small town. You have, well, in this mode, we have 5 houses, 5 families, a full set of resources to start off. You got your barn, your storage barn full of coats, tools, and potatoes. So it looks like we have potato farming. Gonna make vodka, yeah? And then, of course, we have our stockpile. Stockpile is full of our main resources, our log, our iron, our stone, our firewood, very important. And then our families. Now, since I am playing on easy mode, you usually start with 2 or 3 seeds and 1 farm animal in this mode. So we're gonna start off with a nice little pasture right here in the center of town. That'll help us out. Right there in the center of town. And then, since I am focusing food, we're gonna start building some farmland here. Start with a crop. Now, you always want to leave room for roads. Very important. Leave room for roads. Put a farm right there. Ta-da, ready to go. We have beans and potatoes, so we're gonna build 2 farms today then. And immediately get some workers in there. In fact, we're gonna make all this pretty much farmland. We're gonna need some builders. Then we're going to build an orchard right there. And then we're going to take what remaining people we have here and we're going to start clearing land. I'm going to start clearing all this land right here and here. Now usually I start some sort of resource gathering base as well, because you need a lot of space for this. This is the forester lot. Very important to have space for this. Put it, I think, right here, right in the middle there. Give us plenty of space. We're also going to start moving now. Keep the game going here. Alright. So we have 2 builders. A bunch of laborers. Firewood's already low. That happens. Now we're going to need a gatherer and a hunting cabin. So we put the forester there, put the hunting cabin right there, and then we're going to put the gatherer hut right here, and then last but not least, an herbalist hut right here. Right there. Okay. So that'll support the town. We need some builders for that. And while all that's happening, I'm going to start making some pause buildings. Now what I mean by that is I'm going to place a couple building slots that I'm not necessarily going to use. We got to max out our farmers right now. That I'm not necessarily going to build right away. Start placing some of these roads to it so I can see what's happening. And some of those key buildings, though, that we need to craft or build right now, the schoolhouse, so that we can start educating our youngsters. And a woodcutter. Ooh. The tough part is where we're gonna put this woodcutter. I think we're gonna put it right here, right behind these houses. And just to make it a little easier, we're gonna build some road right here so that we can see what's going on there. Alright. Now, I am not actually gonna pause these buildings because they're gonna come eventually. I'm more worried about building this first and these. That's why I started on food. We placed the pasture, the farm. The farm we placed in a big open area so that way we can start farming immediately. As you can see, the other one we placed had some rocks and trees in the way, so they have to be removed before that farm can be a farm, obviously. Now, there are some other resources to be aware of in this game. I'm trying to see what I can fit in these little areas. beans, your potatoes, your beans. And what I like to do with this, I like to keep them over here because we're gonna micromanage the farms a lot. They're your number one micromanaging. Don't really have to worry about the pasture at all. Speed up time a bit here. And we're gonna place this road. Comes all the way down to here. Perfect. And that's our road for this little enclave. So the road not only allows you to visually see your pathing, but it helps people walk faster. They don't have to walk through things. They actually have faster movement speed, which is very important. Now we're gonna need some more farmers right now, so we're gonna cut down on the builders. Ooh, wow, we got actually a lot of resources here. I want you to be, yeah, you're gonna be the cherries. We're gonna need another orchard then. Problem is, orchards can't go on all of this land, so we are gonna put just a little one right here. Just a little one right there. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, now the thing about farmers is, or farming in general, is you get a lot of yield, you get a ton of food from it, but it's not consistent. It's or it's not constant. It is consistent as long as you tend to it, but it doesn't constantly generate. You have to grow it all, and then once it's grown, then you can harvest it all, and then during the winter you can't even farm. It's just like real life. Well, certain crops you can though, which is cool. Certain crops work in different times of the year, so if you have all the different seeds and stuff, it helps you balance out your food for the year if you want to go with a strict farming approach, or orchard as well. Now with the orchard right now, we're gonna run one person on it, just one person. The reason being is it takes like 2 years for these trees to grow. The one person, they're gonna spend 1 year planting them all, and then the next year they're gonna be tending them to just make sure they grow. There's no real way to speed that process up. I've tried stacking people on it. It really doesn't speed it up, not significantly enough to where it's worth dealing with. Okay. Interesting. So, we were born up here, upriver. It's not the significant river. This is the real river. It's a nice water source in case our town gets on fire or something, but this is where the actual river is, which means I can't do any farming. Fishing up here. I have to expand downward, and that's going to be a while. So that's not the game plan we're going to go with here. We're going to really, since we have so many seeds off the bat, we're going to really focus on farming for the time being. Now it's telling us that our storage capacities are getting too high. Let's see, we can put a storage right down here in between the two. So we're going to separate some road so we know what's going on, and then we're going to build some storage. It's going to help us out in a lot of ways. Storage pack right there. So now I placed it on land that was open, free, no objects or obstacles in the way. So it instantly became our storage yard. We're having a problem with storage. You want to place it in a place where you can immediately have that storage. Boom, there it is. Now I really do want to focus and put that emphasis on food, so I'm going to knock my builder down one more and bring up the farmer. We'll start cutting out our roads here. It's funny that it says the storage is full, but I have a full storage right, or an empty storage right here. Ignore that, I guess. Ooh, we did just have 4 people born though. Anthony, Malene, Shavonia, Avante. Ooh, Avante. Just a child, man. Now with these sheep, there's not enough room in this little pasture for all the sheep. So something we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to build another pasture. We will. The key to this though is there are disasters in this game. Obviously, you can have tornadoes, volcanoes, floods, diseases, outbreaks, plagues, all kinds of things to just take out your town. But if you consolidate all of your seeds, all of your sheep, all your livestock that is, in one location, and a tornado comes right through it and kills it all and scatters it to the wind, you just lost all of your food production, all of it. So you want to spread them out. So I'm going to build this new pen pretty far away, this new pasture. I kind of want to build it down here because it just feels way too close bundling it up right here. Where do these end up? Yeah, I don't want to put anything there anyways because I want this all to just be covered in tree. Actually, this is as far as the trees get. Actually, I will put a pasture right here, right there, just for simplicity here. And then we're gonna kind of stop building right here. That's like as deep as we're going. That's a little deeper than I wanted, as you can see. That's okay. Oof, really foggy up there. Rain is crazy. Okay. Speed it up again. I do need to get my builders going, but I'm gonna wait until the fall. Once all of this food is gathered and harvested, where they're going to put a lot into laborers and builders and just start crafting the actual town, since we'll have plenty of food saved up. Hopefully plenty of food saved up. Something to keep in mind too is the storage barns. Now it looks like we're going to be okay right now for how much we have in here, but I feel like once we start harvesting all these, we are going to need another barn. So let's think about that here. Let's put the barn closer to where we're going to be generating these woodsy resources. So we're going to put the barn so close to being this tight little grouping. I think I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah. Put the barn right there. Now we're gonna slow it down again. We can think. So we put cherry trees there, so we're gonna put pears here. And we only want one person working it. And since we just got a new adult, who just became a laborer, we're gonna up the farm again. Because it's late summer, we need to get some trees planted as fast as possible for here and here, and then we need to make sure that these yields are being harvested fully before winter comes, because we're gonna need all that food. So let's speed it up again. We just got another adult. I need an adult. Okay, so obviously we don't have enough builders going on, so we're gonna up another one since we just got another adult. These kids are not being educated. We need this schoolhouse going on. We need this little forest lodge area happening. Now that we finally have some food coming in with the harvest, I think we'll be okay with shifting to a more build focus in a few minutes. Once we kick into winter, all this yield's going to be gone. All these 10 people working the farms, they're all going to join us as laborers and builders. Watch them gather it. Oh yeah. The reserve of tools are low. That's not good. That's a little early for that. I didn't expect that. So tools, obviously it allows your workers to work more efficiently. Without them, you're kind of SOL. So we need a blacksmith. And we need it now. Actually, we needed it already, but that's okay. At least we won't be struggling with food over the winter. We can survive. Now where to place this mine. Oh, well that stinks. Farm, or that orchard cut into my mining zone. That's okay, we got plenty of space in the mountains over here. We're gonna place a mine right there. We're gonna need some serious iron and stone income soon. So we're gonna start considering where we're placing all that then. Sucks living by the quarry, doesn't it? But that's where it's gonna go. Okay, oh, we need to see here. We're almost done with potatoes. So we're gonna pull everybody off of potatoes first. This is when you start micromanaging. It's very important. Once that guy grabs that last one, or somebody. Okay, no. We're just gonna pull him off now. split it evenly here. See, what we did here is we ceased all work on this location, but we turned off that. So now all the people that were working there, we pulled off and we added them here to our laborers and build. And we're going to do the same here for this in a minute. And then, in fact, we're going to pull off the cherry guy now. And we're not going to expand the population anytime soon. Not until I physically can't support the town anymore with the amount of people, or is when we're going to actually start expanding houses. These people all need jobs. And sources of income, of course, but also food, housing, all that. So when we start getting really full houses, that's when we know. And it's late autumn. Just about done harvesting the beans. We're about to lose them all though. As you can see, the permafrost just came in and we lost it all. Alright, so we're going to pull them off too. Bring it back up to these builders because we really need to start building this stuff. Then I'm gonna pull her off as well, and since nobody else is on farming anymore, we're gonna turn them all back on for when the spring hits. Alright, hopefully we have enough food to last the winter. We can start getting all these buildings built and all this land cleared. What I did there is I marked for the laborers what we want to clear on the land besides what we're building. That way we can start gaining some resources as well as building all these buildings. Now our food is already low. How is that possible? The reserve of food is low. We have over 2,000 food. It should not be low. I don't know what it's saying. I don't get that. We did just gain a new adult though. That's helpful. We are low on stone. I agree. Looks like we got our first building down here built. It's the forester. So we're gonna start putting some people in there. That's very important. That's what's gonna give us our wood gain, our consistent wood gain. Now it is very slow. That wood gain is really slow. Now, for this area, we don't need any coal or iron or stone in this area at all. This is just straight woods. We just want straight woods around. So we're gonna use some specific tools here, like collect stone, and we're gonna set all this to be collected. Then we're gonna do the same with collect iron and set all that to be collected. That way it can get cleaned up and there's more room for trees. In the end, that's what it comes down to. Now it's the dead of winter. We are out of firewood. Our building's not crafted yet, and our wood is low. It is a bit of a problem. We have a lot of buildings up for build, so that's going to just keep taking all of our resources. But hopefully with all the gatherers, we should be balancing it out. We're about to head back into spring here. And we're going to lose all of our builders. So before that happens, I'm going to just amp up the build real quick. Now we do have a school teacher. Right there. Boom. Now we have a teacher. Now, the problem with having a teacher, it's good and bad things. Educated citizens are better and more efficient, so they'll craft better or gather better or whatever. They're more efficient. The downside is it's one extra step before that child becomes an adult. So the child then becomes a student and then becomes an adult. So yes, it's training, but it's potentially disastrous. So you always have to balance everything you do. Now, as you can see, the snow stopped. Usually there's one last frost before spring hits. So we're going to just start putting in some people into the farm. Speed it up until we hit spring. And we're in spring. Now here's that first frost. This is where we lose all of our builders. We got to put them all back in to farms. And now that we start having buildings, we also have to start putting people into these buildings. Now I'm not too concerned about the hunter or the gatherer right now. I do want to have one herbalist, but we don't have that building crafted yet. And I do want to have one woodcutter, so we're going to put somebody in woodcutting now. Now it is getting to the point where we will need to build some houses. This might be the year we start building houses. There's that last snow. Happens every time. That late March or early April snow. Okay. Just speed it up. Now my goal with this town is to make it a kind of something we revisit on the stream. Something we can come back to and play again. I'm gonna put one house right there. Just one. We don't want to expand too quickly. We don't want to use up all those resources. Coats, tools, and food will get used up immediately, and firewood when you build a house. They're just gonna grab it all and they're gonna put it in their house. What people do. We need more adults. 19 people is not going to cut it. The problem is we don't have any students yet. Those kids are going to become students before they can even become adults. So we're going to be sitting at 19 population as adults for at least a year. So I'm going to have to rock this balance between these farmers and these gatherers. In fact, we're going to have to cut down on building again. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make it so there's only one builder going on. Because we just got the herbalist done and we got the pen. Pen is very important to have all the people in, or all the sheep working. So we're gonna put sheep here, and then we're gonna put one more herdsman and take one of the builders away. Because I still need those laborers cutting away at all those things that I told them to get rid of. And they're also, see, they also need to take that stuff to a place. So building's not as important. And we're getting that barn raised. That's pretty good. I'd like to stay disaster free for another year, but usually doesn't happen. So this winter we're gonna have to decide on some things to build. So let's start with a hospital. We're gonna need a hospital. Put it right there. Yeah, we're gonna need that hospital. I'm gonna start building some roads here so we can start cutting things properly. So now that we can see what our spacing is here, let's see if a house, nope, house does not fit. However, probably put one back here somewhere. But we're not going to do that right now. So we have that hospital. We are going to put that on a pause though. I don't want that being built right now. We have way too many important things being built, like this quarry and this mine. The mine is very important. I don't believe we decided to build a tailor yet, so we're going to build one of those. Those are also extremely important to society. We're going to put it right there. Perfect. Place some roads so we know what's going on. And we're going to need that tailor, so I'm going to leave that as something to be built. Now let's start thinking about town halls. So clearly this is our town. And there is just enough space to build the town hall right here. I think that's a great spot. So we're going to put that right there and we're going to pause it. Now let's start speeding things up. Not too fast. I want to see what's going on. Now something kind of funny is I need to build more road right here. The grand mall for the townhouse hall. Yeah, go with that. Speed it up again. It's early summer, year 2. Still no students. We are starting to gather our bean crop though already, which is nice. That'll free up 4 people for us a little early. And by putting that barn right here, they're just taking it right to the barn. They don't have to walk all the way over there. Now, this is important. I need this blacksmith working right away because we're down to only 11 tools and you can't run out of them. You don't want to. It'll slow down everything, and getting those tools back up is a constant struggle once you hit that point. Now, I am gonna take away the woodcutter right now and add him as a forester so that we can start building up that wood so he can have wood cutting wood again, hopefully in the near future. Our town's coming together. Look at this. Now next year we're gonna have to up our farmer counts because of the crops. I mean, the orchards. They take a lot of people to actually maintain properly. We're gonna slow it down the second the bean farm is empty. Alright. We're gonna cease work here. Bring us down by 4. Start upping our builders. And we're gonna put one more forester out. And then we're gonna put one more herbalist. There we go. Now the reason we're gonna do that is we need the herbs for medicine. We don't have any medicine right now. And if anything happens, that would be really bad. So we're gonna start gathering that medicine now. And then with the forester, the reason why we need another forester is, look, we're completely out of logs. We have 0 logs. And that forester, you need to have all 4 of them working for anything to really happen, any income of log. Right now we're just waiting on the potatoes to be fully harvested. And then we're going to start upping builders again. Oh, somebody was just born. Hillis. Hillis? Hillis? I think it's Hillis. Hillis, my dear! Firewood's getting low again. But we don't have any logs, so it doesn't matter. Alright. We're gonna pull everybody off the farms now. And I think an even split, 50-50 split between laborers and builders is probably a good idea. We'll turn this back on while we're at it. Now the real thing is we need to start clearing more land. because we need more resources. I'd hate to clear this area fully, but I think we're gonna have to. But for now, we'll speed it up, see what happens. Ah, Venifred was born. Late autumn baby. Now I'm gonna cool it on the builders a little bit now because I just built a mine. First we're gonna build a road out to the mine. And then we're gonna start putting people in it. There we go. We're mining for iron in that one. We are gonna have to build another one for coal. So let's start placing that now. And we're gonna put it right next to it. Okay, so some other buildings to think about is a tavern. We haven't crafted our tavern yet. We're gonna need one. Every town needs a bar. We're gonna put it right there. Okay, still need our tailor. Still need that. Don't need the tavern yet. Not a priority. The mine? Not a priority yet. Because it's just coal. Coal is only used for making better tools. Not too worried about that right now, because we do have a nice income of tools, and we don't need to worry about upgrading our town yet. That's when we'll start building, when we get to that level, that's when we're going to start having stone houses and stone roads. Now, another thing to think about is a chapel. Everybody has religion. And people need a place to worship. So we're going to put our chapel right here behind the school. Makes sense, doesn't it? The chapel, much like the town hall, takes a lot of resources. Resources we don't have yet. So we are going to put that on a pause as well. But I think we can start building our cemetery right about now. So we're going to build a cemetery, which is actually a graveyard. And we're going to put it right there. It's a graveyard because it's in the yard of our church, right? That's the difference. And we are going to leave that open for building. It's mostly just stone, so it's going to be okay. Now I'm trying to think. We still really need food. I mean, logs. Fuel, really. We need fuel. Or firewood. The blacksmith can't create any more tools right now because we're out of wood. And I'm thinking we're good on tools for now because that's our whole population pretty much. In fact, it is our whole population. We're going to take our blacksmith off. And I think as a laborer, he'll help out with trees a little bit more. We'll speed that up. Now, actually, we're going to think about something before we get into a little more deeper here. The cherry orchard is going to need one extra person this year because I feel like it's going to start yielding. Reserves of tools are low. It's going to be okay. That snow is coming down. What a winner. Quarry's about to go up. And that's going to help us on stone. Not worried about that notification for tools right now. As we said earlier, there's only 19 adults. 24 tools should last us a little while. Now we're getting into late winter. We're about to have to pull everybody off of everything and start farming again. I do want one stone cutter going on though. One stone cutter. We're gonna need to somehow find 11 people. For our farms. And here we are, early spring. So, goodbye builders. We don't need any of you. Not right now. And we're going to take one miner off. Put you there. We are going to take a forester off. Put you there. I still need 2 more people. That sucks. I don't have the population. I don't have anyone in school yet. And I'm still stuck at 19 adults. If anyone dies, I'm screwed. So we're going to do 0 builders. Just 1 laborer. And we're going to hit the farmers with only 9 this time around. Sean was born. Spring baby. Gonna start placing roads. Reserve of food is low. There's over 2,000 food in the bank. What is it saying to me? Does it know what it's saying? I don't think it knows. Oh, really? I didn't realize I built that right there. How do I get rid of something? Bring this down. And we want to destroy that, actually. Remove roads. How do I remove a building? I don't think I can. Oh, there it is. Remove structure. Okay. Alright, and we're gonna try and build this graveyard again. It's a huge graveyard. I feel like I should build such a huge graveyard. It'll service the entire town. Now it's looking like a cemetery. Alright. Speed it up again. See, we have the one person on the orchard again. But I feel like we'll get these beans out of the way so fast I'll have those extra people to start helping out on the farm. You really want to build her right now? But I can't afford it. But we do have 4 students now. Look, they all just became students. That's one step closer to having those extra adults. I need an adult. I need an adult. All right. I'm gonna start placing some more roads while it fast forwards there. And let's start considering where this boarding house is gonna go. Now, a boarding house is what takes in the nomads. Once you start getting nomads, you need to have a place to put them. In the boarding house, it helps with that. We're gonna put it right here, right at the end of the quarry. Why not? The best overlook, right? We're gonna put it on a pause though, because we don't have our town hall yet. Alright. Looks like the crops are starting to do well, and this orchard is doing really well. Place some more roads while we're waiting. Oh, not put anything there. Maybe not. Nope. Nope. We really need some people. We need to up this population pretty badly. Just had another child born. Bergion. That's a name. And what a name it is. We are getting down really low on our tools and our coats, but something that's good. We're starting to get some yield from the pears for the first time. So what that means is that needs to go up to 2 as well. With that said though, we can end work on our beans in a second. End work on the beans. And now we have 1 extra person. And we're going to put it as a builder. We are completely out of firewood right now though. And really low on wood. So maybe a builder's not the best idea. But I do want this house built. So once that house is built, I think I'm going to throw the builder in to a woodcutter. Ooh. the pear tree just completely died off. All that yield is gone. So we're going to end work on that. Have 2 extra laborers. And we're actually going to put 1 into forester and 1 into the woodcutter right now. Someone's cold. It's that new house. We don't have any fuel for the new house we just built. I didn't think about that. That could potentially be dangerous. We could lose a life. We could lose 2 lives. People are living here. It's a new family. And they're going to try and have some kids. Look at that. New kid. Curtis was born. It is worrisome. Definitely worrisome. There's not much I can do in this circumstance, though. I could pull someone off building. Yeah, I could pull someone off building that'll use less wood and should allow us to get some firewood going. Late autumn. 2 of our farms are closed. The other 2 gathering still. Harvesting. Another house is cold. Put that firewood on the back burner too long. They have firewood. Coming into late autumn. Once it's winter, it's gonna be tough on them. Alright. So we don't need farmers anymore. Turn these back on. Now we're up to 12 on these. It's a lot of people needed to create all this food. Now we have a ton of food and a huge supply of it. So I'm not too worried about food right now. I am, however, worried about tools. Builder, and then we need those laborers right now to gather whatever resources we can. I think that's how we're gonna run this. They're cold again. Can't satisfy those people. There we go. Now the health of my population. Only four health parts. Ugh. I was gonna say 4 stars. I have 5-star happiness. Only have 4 hearts. So that means we really do need that medicine. And we really do need this hospital. So we're gonna open up that hospital. We're gonna start building at that. Would love these students to graduate right about now. All 4 of them became students at the same time. Hopefully that means all 4 of them will become adults at the same time. It'll be a huge influx of people. It will really help us out. Now, we need to clear out this zone down here. We still need to clear out all those rocks and stone and everything. We need to clear all this. But we also need all of this gone. We're going to set that for destruction too. Speed it up. Actually a good time to slow it down. I'm gonna grab a glass of water and I'll be back. We play on fast forward so much, it should be fine. Hopefully nobody dies. All right. Sound of ice in a glass. Okay. Where were we? Let's see. It's winter. Nothing eventful has happened. Looks like we're starting to balance out our firewood and our wood a little bit better, and we are gaining on the iron and the stone right now. Problem is, we really do need more wood. So what I'm thinking about doing is creating another forester log area. Problem with that, that's going to require a tunnel. Because I want to build it right here. We're going to put a tunnel in right there. A good place for fishing posts. So I'm going to build a straight forester section here where it's probably going to be like 3 or 4 foresting buildings, and then we're going to build fishing posts all around that. That's the long term though. It's going to be a while before we get that tunnel. It's going to be a while before we have the manpower to even deal with that. That's late game expansion. Speed it up again. About to have to peel everybody off, put them on the farms again. Early spring. No builder right now. Pull them off of that. Feel like our tools are a little more decent, so we are going to pull the blacksmith off. I know it's going to warn us, but it's only for the summer. Herbalist, we still need that. Woodcutter, we still need that. Foresters, we still need them. So as you can see, the more we build, the more population we need, and how hard it is to have that population. We're gonna have to run on a low farm again this year. Hopefully we'll still get decent yields. The main thing I'm worried about is losing all of our stored food. Now, we have a lot. We have enough to not even make any food this year and probably make it through the whole year without any problems and still have some left over. But it is a concern. It is something to think about. We just had 3 children born. We have Aline, weird, Garland, and Zaid. I like that name, Zaid. This game has the best random name generators. Let me tell you, I feel like Guy invented random name generators and then built this game. My favorite part of this game is its replayability. Honestly, the random land generators are so good too. The random disasters that can happen, as awful as they are, they're so cool. And if a tornado or a volcano or something does happen, my computer's gonna crap itself because it's so intensive. The optimization's not the best in this game, um, and my computer's not the best. If my computer was better, the optimization of the game would not matter whatsoever, but it's not. So something I have to live with. Now, these guys have to be graduating soon. They have to be. I really need them. Hey, look, we've gone up a half a heart because we've been gathering medicine. And now all the homes probably have medicine in them. That's fantastic. A new child was born. Marison. Marison was born. Opa. Slow it down a bit. Do it 2 times. 2 times. Okay. We're gonna speed it up. Now we are getting low in tools again. Ooh, new child was born. Nardo. Fantastic. We're starting to get some more sheep going on too. These kids are future citizens, but they're current, leeches on the system. Food's going down, clothes are going down. Now it looks like we're actually going to have good yield in food this year because this time we have both orchards going. It's late summer. We got both orchards going. I'm half tempted to tell them to start harvesting it now. In fact, I am going to tell them to start harvesting it now because it's late summer. And if they don't start harvesting it now, we're going to lose it all for the winter. They're cherries and pears that are not going to last in the winter. Weird stuff was just happening here on the potatoes. Potatoes. Got some weird stuff on the potatoes. Now everything's being harvested. We're about to have tons of food. Tons of food. Gonna be great. We're almost done with the beans. I'm gonna cut off that crop. So everybody else will immediately go to helping out the rest of the yield. Alright. Look at that. Perfect. It's autumn. Great time to finish the harvest. Ah! We have our first graduate, Shavonia, has now become an adult, is now a part of the workforce. Fantastic. You are great as a laborer right now. Hillis, one of our children, has now become a student, replacing Shavonia's seat in the classroom. Wonderful. Just about done with the pears. They die off pretty early. Winds are howling. That first frost. Turned off the pears, put another laborer out. Let's do the same for potato and cherry, and then we are off to working on stuff. There we go. Alright. Pull everybody off of that. Put a couple builders in. You're gonna need a miner, stone cutter. We need another blacksmith going. We're gonna do the 4-4 split there. Yeah. We have a ton of food. Ton of food. Let's go ahead and turn these back on so we don't forget when spring rolls around. Now the main buildings that are being focused right now, I guess. Hospital. Taylor. Then it's going to be the graveyard and the tunnel. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Maylene is now an adult and has joined the workforce along with Avante and Anthon. So all four of those that had gone in together are now officially adults. Looks like two of them took a little longer than the other two. And then, of course, Winifred is now a student. Welcome. Welcome to the classroom, Winifred. We only have 2 students now. It's awkward. But we do have 8 kids, so they're all going to start becoming students soon enough, which will eventually lead to our adults. But here we are now at 23 adults, 23 members of society here contributing. That's what's important. I think I am going to take away from the laborers a little bit and we're going to add another miner and another stone cutter. The other thing is, we need that wood. We seriously need wood. So, something I'm not always keen to do is I'm thinking about chopping down a large portion of this area. However, that's what the foresters are for. It's tough. Tough decisions to make. Really, we just need laborers around the clock, chopping and cutting, picking around. Reserve of firewood is low. That is not a good thing. But now I'm thinking, this winter, we need to start planning further expansions. So, as we've mentioned before, we are going to knock down a builder here real quick, just to help out the laborers. As we mentioned before, we're building this tunnel so that we can build more tree production. Put one right there. Put another one right there. Now, these are not going to be built anytime soon. We need that tunnel before we can start worrying about that area. We really need wood. Another area I want to work on. Expansion area. I want a suburb. So what I'm thinking about doing is we have yet to build where we're going to put our market. So I was thinking, first off, can we put a road right here? Roadable? That's not roadable at all. Okay. I was thinking about putting a market. Now the thing about markets is they need to be able to grab from resources. Resource location. And service household. Those are the main points of a market. Now this is probably the best I'm going to get without cutting into my foresters or any of that other stuff. Yeah, because that would seriously cut into that stuff. And I'm thinking about putting it right here. However, I'd service more houses up here. We're going to put it up here. Market. Okay. The next step. Their trading post. We are going to need one of these. I'm going to put it all the way down here. And we're going to pause it. So, this area, I'm planning, speed it up so we can get through this winter here. This area I'm planning on building a suburb. Place with houses. That's early spring. Place with houses. A couple more storage locations. Maybe a little farm. And a little pen. That's the goal. Majority of this is going to be houses. I think I'm going to have some farms and little pens closer to here. Put a couple things over here. But then this is all going to be just a block of houses. And I want it all in stone. That's late game expansion, but we need to start thinking about late game expansion. It's year 5 now. I haven't put anyone, the farmers. But yes, it's year 5 now. I need this built. I need that stuff built. Wonder. I feel like this is manageable with one person. So we're gonna keep that as one. Last year we ran it as one. We're gonna have to be pretty slim pickings here. And I think we're gonna keep this as 8 farmers. We're gonna leave a builder up. And we're gonna leave everything as is. Let's see what happens. We do need to start increasing the population. Is a concern. One extra house here would help us. So I'm going to put one house there. When it comes to building houses, you have to build them slowly. Now I'm a little concerned here. Our barns are getting quite full. While our stockpiles are constantly low. Investing in another barn is a good idea. However, there's a fundamental problem here. Can we fit a house here? Hell yeah. The fundamental flaw is that we aren't gaining enough resources other than food. That is a problem. And we are spending very quickly all of those resources but food. And I think having extra homes will help balance out the food, help give us extra people. No, someone just died. We didn't even have our graveyard built yet. Shavonia the Stonecutter, recently graduated, was crushed by a rock today. She has been replaced by Maylene, her good friend. I would just like to thank Shavonia for the time that she gave us while she was here on this earth. And throw her to the wolves because we don't have a graveyard. That's rough. I really didn't want to lose somebody. We were just talking about how population's a problem. What we're gonna do, I feel like if we had a hospital, maybe, just maybe, those dangerous conditions wouldn't have ended her life. Sad day indeed. Let's speed up. Moving on. We are out of wood. That is a slight problem. Let's let's take our woodcutter and put him as labor. It's the best we can do right now. The other thing is, it looks like our blacksmith. We're gonna have to take them away for now too, because it uses logs to create the tools. Looks like our hospital's about to go up. Early summer. About to have our bean crop at full yield. Reserve of tools is low. Always been. Is a problem. However, we have one less person to wield one. Her tool was broken by a rock as well. Let's see. One builder has a lot on their plate. Reserve of stone is low. Indeed. Can be a problem. Ah, a new child was born. Heneril. Oh, a new child named Teen was born. Interesting. I can't wait till Teen becomes an adult. But that is good. That is good that we're still gaining population. I have had towns stop making babies, where the population was all just far too old to make babies. And that's awful. So you always have to pay attention to your birth rate and your students and your adults, obviously. Bergion has become a student. Oh, good old Bergion. You know, we need to erect a memorial around... What was her name? Shavonia. Shavonia needs a memorial. Donate today. Oh no! Our town has lost a half a star of happiness. Probably because someone died and it's sad. We need this tavern open ASAP. That's what that's telling me. We need to start crafting some brews. People need to forget about their problems. Truly. We're gonna add a builder because of that. We are done with the beans for now. So we're done with them. We're gonna close off the farm for now. Took an extra person. We added him as a builder. Our hospital is done. Don't have a doctor for it right now. That is a rough position to have. I feel like I should put somebody in it right now and just dedicate that person to it. It's just like a teacher. When you have no students, you never know when you'll get one. So we're going to do that. We're going to add a physician. Hopefully that will up the average health of all of our citizens by having this hospital open now. Our firewood is low. It's about time to put somebody on wood cutting again. Potatoes are almost done. Potatoes are done. Take them off. We're going to put one as a miner, one as a stone cutter, one as a blacksmith, and one as our new tailor. We're going to make warm coat. Nothing but the best. With that said, though, now we need hunters. I was not considering that. We actually really need hunters. I'm going to take one miner, put him as a hunter. We're going to start gathering that leather. For the warm coats. Hopefully that'll allow us to consume less firewood. It's another thing that coal allows you to have is warmth in the homes with coal instead of firewood. So I think we're gonna unpause the mine. We're gonna start doing these expansions. Already out of stuff for that? Okay. So we only have wool. So we're gonna make wool coat for now. Don't tell me that. You got wool. Wait, I gotta turn you off and on? Alright. I don't understand what's happening with that character. They're walking around aimlessly without a purpose. Somebody else will do the job. You don't understand it. Clearly that citizen is having a few troubles and would rather just walk around and pick up stone all day. Now, our harvest is almost done. Curtis is now a student. Welcome to the classroom, Curtis. Tavern's coming up nicely. What should we make our beer out of? Cherries. Cherries is what we're going to make our beer out of. Add one more miner. Turn the farms back on since nobody's on it. Soon we will have a brewer. We have a ton of food. I think I would like another builder over a laborer. Nice to have this tavern up. Tavern is up. We're going to make cherry ale. Now we need one person for that. We're gonna knock down one builder there. And that way, you can start making cherry ale. Fantastic. We got tons of cherries. And we're going to work him around the clock until he's out of cherries. Let's watch him brew. Reserve of tools is low. Not much we can do about that. We already have blacksmith working on it. Now it would be nice to have that coal though. Once we get that coal going, then we can upgrade our tools. Steel tool. That's the goal. We're going to follow Grisella. Grabbing cherries. Ooh. Here's that. It is late winter. Now we need to start planning our next move here for the farms. Ah, Ellen, Garland, and Zaid have now all become students. We are gonna have an influx of adults real soon. It's gonna be great. We are, however, low on children. So, those 2 new houses I have set up to build is gonna come in handy. We just need people to build. Ah, we just gained a new adult, Hillis. You have joined the workforce. Early spring. We're going to take a builder off, start adding farmers, get rid of the stonecutter, the miner, add some more farmers. We're going to cool it on the blacksmith and cool it on the woodcutter. And we'll get some more farmers. And 7's how we're gonna have to run it again. Been under capacity for a while. Good news is, we now have a graveyard. Bad news is, Shavonia is not here. Oh, Shavonia. You will be missed. Interesting. We have people not working fields. We need one more person. I don't want to do it, but goodbye, builder. R1. Labor. Maylene. Grabbing material. And delivering them to our new builds. That's why laborers are important. They chop down the stuff, they clear the land for builders, and they deliver the resources to build the building. Without the laborers, you could not build anything. So with that knowledge in mind, I think this winter, we're not going to have any building. Ooh, Winifred has become an adult. Welcome to the workforce, Winifred. So, yes, coming out of this winter, or going into this winter, we're gonna go straight laborers and clear as much land as possible. Prepare as much building as possible, as many. Marison has now become a student. Welcome to the classroom. Grab a seat. No! Patricio, the miner, was killed by a cave-in. Maylene has replaced Patricio as a miner. It is a dangerous job. We do have our first grave. Don't see it. I think it's right there. Ah, Patricio. Here's to you. Moving on. 2 people dead. It's a problem. I don't like it. I have a problem with it. Just gained that labor. Maylene was a great laborer too. Now a great miner. Sean is now an adult. Welcome to the workforce. Reserves of tools are low. Would be a good time to add a blacksmith. And officially, our brewer is out of cherries. So you're now a laborer. Canardo has become a student. Grab a seat. Welcome to the classroom. Speed it up here. Beans about to be harvested. And here's the deal. What we're gonna do, we're gonna unpause these buildings. You know, it's a dangerous thing to do, but we're going to be running all labor. Looks like potatoes are being harvested now too. Early autumn. They're struggling to get these crops done in time. Good thing we haven't had problems with food. Almost done with the beans. Looks like we have all the materials for the mine ready. Just needs to be built. Waiting for the last of the potatoes here. That's all of it. Hold on, we're gonna pause this. Reserve of iron is low. Turn these back on. Get rid of all these. Okay. Now, like I said, we're going to just do laborers, no builders. No builders. Just labor. And we are gonna also stack these guys. I'm gonna lose the blacksmith. I'm gonna leave that as well. Gain a brewer. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna sit with that 3 on miners and 3 on stonecutters so we can start building that resource pool back up. We're gonna have those laborers running all those resources and clearing the land for the new buildings. So let's rock and roll with that. Something I want to do. I want to start planning these houses. I'm gonna slow it down a bit. ×2. Start planning some roads. That's not what I wanted at all. Okay. Remove that. I can't really do much with the roads because all this stuff in the way. but this could be a good start. So if we do it like this, nice little suburb. A rich neighborhood where all the docks and the fishing and all this stuff's gonna be. Right next to the market, near the church. A rich neighborhood. The fancy houses. Ah, Bergion has become an adult and is working as a laborer. Welcome to the workforce, Bergion. Welcome. Let's speed this up again. Get through this winter. We have those laborers working overtime, start clearing the land for all these new buildings. Starting to come together too. And we're in the middle of winter. We have some time before we have to switch everybody over. So it's just cruise control right now. We have one building ready. That one's almost ready. That one just got cleared. We are struggling to keep the stone. Yeah, we could use some more stone cutters. It's late winter now, though. About to be year 7? Something? Or are we in? Yeah. Anyways, speed it up a little bit and kick over to early spring. Early spring. Okay. Well, I thought that went well. We're gonna get rid of our brewer. Crank up some farmers. We're gonna rock with 8. And the 2 miners allow us to build up some of those resources and have the laborers start doing that. Alright, be right back. Let's see if anyone died. Huh. Nobody died, but Curtis. Hey, you're a laborer. Welcome to the workforce. Good to have you aboard there, Curtis. 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 Good to have you aboard, man. So I'm thinking it's just about time to have a builder. Just about time to have a builder. A lot of the land has been cleared for a lot of things. Ooh, builder. Now it's early spring still, so they're still working on all that. 8 is plenty. We have come to find out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lower these all down to what they are. What they've been working at. Ooh, we have a new child. Doorman. Oh, the door. Was born. He's the doorman. We do have this builder. I'm sure they're gonna build that mine first. I think a nice quiet inn over here, or maybe farm, would be nice. Don't you think? Start placing some roads here. We can speed things up. Start placing some roads. I don't want to go that fast though, because I'm building. Not really paying attention to the road. There we go. It would be nice to have a little farm here. Or maybe multiple little farms. Just little ones. Let's do some small ones. Small crop here. How big can I get that? Huh, I can actually get it max size. I'm gonna do a large crop right there. I think. Build some road. We're gonna put that on a pause though. Garland has become an adult and is now working as a laborer. Fantastic. Welcome aboard. Reserves of logs low. Of course they are. They always are. I think an orchard right here. A rich neighborhood, you know? Really well right there. I feel like Bob Ross right now. Putting little trees, little buildings, little road. Ah, Zaid has become an adult and is now working as a laborer. Welcome aboard, Zaid. Welcome to the workforce. Let's see. I could use more tools. I could use more beers. And I could use more wood cutting. Yep. And I could use more adults. I need an adult. Man, this town, this village, it's really coming together. Speed things along here. Get through this rainy season. Get into the summer. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Aline has become an adult, is now a laborer. Welcome to the workforce. Oh, looks like a tree has died. And they planted a new one. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. See if we can get these beans harvested right quick. Pinerol has become a student. Grab a seat. Class begins. Teen has become a student. Teen is now a teen. You are gonna work on coal. Need some laborers here. So much stone piled up right there, and I have 0 in my reserves. Kind of frustrating. Can't wait to have all my laborers back. Don't you just love this little area in the woods? I love it. I can't wait to build this one. And clear cut all this. A lot of deer. Oh dear. I really need more houses. Cherry orchards falling apart. Running in overdrive. Alright, actually no, I want to get rid of you. Don't need that anymore. Tools are starting to look good. Tailoring looks pretty good too. I'll keep making them. Ah, Marison has become an adult. Welcome to the workforce. Just about done on the beans. 3 extra laborers. Bunch of there we go. Barely just got that food in time. Or did I? I feel like I lost a bunch. Okay, I have a ton of food. Food was my primary focus when we started this. Food's what I got. I think we're gonna add a bunch to that real quick. Take away a woodcutter. We'll leave the blacksmith. Wow, we have 30 adults now. Wow. This town has really come together. And I'm not trying to jinx anything. It's working. Logs are always low. No problem with them. all starting to come together here. The snow is super annoying. There's just meat sitting there? There's like raw meat sitting there? Really? Somebody gonna pick that up? Everybody's just walking by it. Nobody's gonna pick that up. There's raw meat on the ground. Just because it's cold and snowing doesn't mean you leave the raw meat on the ground. You're gonna attract wolves. Wolves are gonna come. Nobody. Everybody's just walking on by. Nobody gonna pick that up. Ain't nobody gonna pick that up. Wow. Pick it up. Nobody? Alright. It's just gonna sit there. For all eternity. I mean, you'd think... Oh, it's early spring. You'd think someone would pick that up. Alright. We added all of our farmers again. These orchards are looking rough. Firewood's getting... Ooh, firewood's really low. We need somebody cutting that. Alright. I could use a pin. Another pin. Those can get really big though. Put like a small one over here. Bring this down to ×2. Pasture. A small one right here. Can't tell if that ends up. Okay. I want it 15 by 7. No, because then I can't build a road there. Ah, that's fine. 15 by 7. Boom. We're building these suburbs a little deeper. Can't wait to finish these off. Cool. Speed it up again. Spring. Still a lot of work to be done. This town needs a lot. If you ever want to make it to the big time, think about what kind of mines I want to build here. Let's see. Put that right there. I'm gonna pause that though. I don't know, I'm like right next to it. Yeah, I can. There. We're gonna pause that one too. Let's see, how would the roads look with that? That's my plot of land. What could I put there? Do another small farm. A few more houses. Could do like another quarry or something over there. I don't know what to put there. This one would fit a little bigger. It's a little bigger than a block of houses. I think I could put cheap houses here. One there, one there. They're all just too big, I think. One, two, yeah, it's too many blocks. Do it sideways. And then... no. Huh. I don't know what to put there. It'd be easy to just put a farm there, though. Be the easy thing to do. Maybe I could fit like a mini city square there. Put all the other production stuff right there, like a blacksmith. Keep it at times 2. Like if I put a blacksmith there. Blacksmiths are huge though. So we could put a blacksmith here. Pause. Put a... tailors are huge too. Tailoring right there. Pause that. What else besides that? Another schoolhouse would be important. These are big too. But they fit interestingly. That would leave just enough room for some buildings up there and on the side. The schoolhouse there. We'd need another tavern, I suppose. But that wouldn't fit. That would not fit in this block. It is huge. Now if I had put the other one over there, let me think. Okay, well, I would say that's a great start for today for Streamville, USA. If you enjoyed the content, please follow, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all those things. It all helps me keep making content like this. And I love making content like this. It's a lot of fun. So, every little bit helps. But with that being said, I'm out of here. It was fun playing with y'all. And we'll see you in the next one.